tuned in to Angela, but I call her Yee. Way up.
Yes, way up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and this is Jasmine Brand.
Good morning, Angela.
Now, I could be mistaken. Did we play this song twice? Okay. I just don't want to ignore it and act like nothing happened.
Yes, that was.
But we love that song.
Two times.
We liked it so much we played it twice. But it is a Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Wednesday's a great day because you're like halfway through the week. Hopefully accomplished a lot of things.
Yes.
And then you still have a couple of days left to get it done.
That's what I love. You have 2 more days to get it done.
You know what I tend to do? I tend to stack a lot of things in the beginning of the week.
Yep.
So that towards the end of the week, you're like, okay, let me just follow up, finish up whatever I have to do. So,
I lose a little momentum by Thursday, which is my favorite day of the week.
Friday, I crash out. But yes, actually yesterday we went to go see our girl Ada Rodriguez.
Oh, yes, we did.
Comedian extraordinaire at City Winery. It was very funny, and she does certain jokes that some people might get uncomfortable.
She's a smart comedian.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she can talk about not just her own personal experiences and family, but she can talk about everything else that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
I'm going to have her on Mastery of Comedy tomorrow.
Okay.
But let's start the show off the way we always do, with you guys and with your positivity, okay? Where you get to shine a light on somebody doing something positive. 800-292-5150. That is the number that you can call if you want to leave a message.
Okay.
And you can leave a message even when we're not here. So if you're out, maybe you had a few drinks and you're like, let me call up way up with Angela Yee and leave a message. They need to hear what I have to say. You know, we will get to hear that at the end of the show. We always do this every single day where you guys have the last word. You get the first word and you get the last word. Again, the number is 800-292-5150 if you have a question for Ask Yee, if you want to weigh in on one of the under the radar topics, if you want to say something, you know, about one of the interviews that we have, because we do have a guest today.
Yes.
We are doing another Wealth Wednesday today because, again, your taxes are due.
Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that Dr. Shonda Love helps you understand that. And Joey Badass.
Joey Badass.
You know how much I love Joey Badass. He's from Brooklyn.
You love everybody from Brooklyn.
Not everybody.
Okay.
But I do love Joey Badass, and he'll be joining us as well. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Shine a light on him next.
We gon' light the block up. I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here, and Jasmine from the JasmineBrand.com is here.
Good morning, Angela.
Good morning,
I
Jasmine.
feel like you're looking at me kind of funny.
No, I was just looking at your lipstick color. I like it.
It's a lot going on. Thank you, Keys, to our makeup artist.
I like it. I like bright lip colors, though.
Well, see, I got bright hair, so it kind of, whew.
Yeah, but, you know, you got to go all the way, lean into it.
Okay, all right.
Lean into it. And now, who do we want to shine a light on today?
We want to shine a light on Red, who is...
Hey, Red.
Red is in the hospital, and he listens to the show every day.
I love that. Red, we're praying for you.
Yes.
No, for real. And we appreciate you, Red.
Yes.
And thank you so much for calling us, for leaving a message, for listening every single day. We celebrate you.
Yeah, we're giving you all the good vibes, all the prayers, and we hope you're going to enjoy today's show as well.
All right, sending some love to Red. And who do you guys want to shine a light on now? This could be somebody that you come across that did something amazing for you. It could be somebody who's a family member, somebody who you work with. It could be a story that you saw in the news that you felt like deserved some attention. Whoever it is, whatever it is, we want to make sure we spread some love and positivity. And if you're out and about and somebody does something good, just ask them their name.
Yep.
They may not know why. And then you can call in and say, I want to shine a light on such and such who works at TSA at JFK Airport. This person helped us out a lot, put our bag, you know. Whatever it is, you want to shine a light, call us up 800-292-5150. Shar, who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my mama, Hanifa. She had a heart transplant when she was 28. She just beat cancer, and she's still battling acute kidney failure. And she takes care of my 5-year-old sister. You would never know she was sick, and I just want to give my baby her flowers for being so strong.
Oh, okay. Well, shout out to her. Let's shine a light. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We're keeping her in our prayers.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Thank you all. Have a good one.
You too.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, Marcia.
Marcia, who you want to shine a light on?
My son, Zayon, he goes by They Do That on all platforms, DEYDODAT. And I'm very proud of him for achieving his dreams at such a young age. He makes music and he plays sports and stuff like that, and he's very inspiring.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
And,
you know what? We should
I'm
get a
proud
little
of
bit of his music on with this.
We should.
I appreciate it, yes.
All right. Well, listen, there's some harsh critics listening, so let's make sure. But we're gonna shine a light on him.
He just did a video shoot yesterday, so he has a new song come out called Break It Up, and he got a couple of things on his page already. I'm just very proud of him because he's so
Good,
young.
I love
No,
it.
I love that. No, and listen, I think it's so important, like, for you to be encouraging his creativity, and because it's not an easy field to be in. So
At
to
all.
have you in his corner, I'm sure he appreciates you too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, let's hear a little snippet of Iverson from Zay Do That.
Whenever I ball, they think that I'm Iverson. Cause I walk so hard, they can never get a win. I shoot from afar and I dance while I'm in. Cause I go so hard, I just wanna win. Win, win, win. Iverson.
All right, well, that was Shine a Light. 800-292-5150 is a number, like I tell y'all, all day, every day. And when we come back, we have Yeetie, and let's talk about our little baby girl, Chloe Bailey. People are discussing her album sales. We'll tell you what she has to say about it on Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Good morning.
Good morning. And we are doing Yeetie. Let's talk about Chloe Bailey.
Okay.
Now, I don't understand why people have an issue with Chloe Bailey at all.
Okay.
But they're talking about her sales for her debut solo album, In Pieces. It sold 10,000 units according to chart data.
Okay.
Number 119 on the Billboard 200 albums chart. And she posted, In Pieces was about letting go and trusting myself. I've enjoyed every moment of it, and I love everyone who listened to it. And then also her tour did start in Chicago. And so she said she is ready to perform these songs for y'all.
Okay.
All right, and here's what she had to say while she was on stage in Chicago.
Make sure you all support the mother album. Everybody got a say and they can kiss my black Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being here.
That's a little aggressive.
You know, she's a different person when she performs.
Yeah, that's her alter ego. She said, you can kiss my black.
Yes, she is. And I saw people were also trying to blame Beyonce and saying that Beyonce didn't promote the album. A simple IG repost would have probably given Chloe a top 50 debut, and people were going on and on and on about that. So
I don't know if she needs Beyonce to promote her album.
And I also feel like with Chloe and with Haley, they've been trying to make sure that they stand on their own 2 feet instead of, but I understand like people saying that because you also affiliate them.
We do.
With Beyonce so much.
Yeah,
So I don't know what's the right answer for something like that, but she's outside working.
She is.
And I also feel like it's not, like I said yesterday, it's not just about first week sales, it's about consistency. You want to make sure that people are continuing to go and get the album. Another hit single could just make it go crazy. You just don't know. So.
But sometimes albums don't do good, and it's okay.
Yeah,
that's fine.
All right, now Swizz Beatz has announced a new EP since we're talking about music, and it's going to be featuring Nas, Lil Wayne, Jadakiss, Benny the Butcher. A lot of people, Fabio's on here, A Boogie, Lil Durk, all these people will be on this. So a new EP coming from Swizzy.
April 21st.
And in addition to that, Quavo has posted that he has a new album coming out, and it says hashtag Rocket Power, all my emotions in this album, no interviews.
Okay.
So I guess anything that you want to ask him is going to be in the album.
All right.
And anything that you might want to ask Brittany Griner is going to be in her memoir. She's actually doing a memoir on her Russian detainment. So according to a news release, sorry, my headphones just went. After an incredibly challenging 10 months in detainment, I am grateful to have been rescued and to be home. Readers will hear my story and understand why I'm so thankful for the outpouring of support from people across the world. So that was a news release that she put out. She spent nearly 300 days
that's a long
in Russian custody,
time.
and that's all started in February of 2022 when she was detained and sentenced to 9 years in prison under drug smuggling charges.
I think this book is going to be really good.
Listen, I don't know what her experience was like out there. I don't ever want to know personally, but I would definitely read this book.
Because you've never been to jail, right?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever been in handcuffs?
Not because I was
Okay. By police, like by the not for fun.
Was he a cop? No, I'm kidding. All right, no, I haven't. Have you?
Okay.
I feel like you want to get something off your chest.
No, I've never been to jail. No.
Have you ever been in handcuffs?
I think I've been in a police car, but I don't think I've been in. I've never been in jail.
Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, never been in jail.
All right. Well, when we come back, we have About Last Night. We told y'all at the beginning of the show, we went to go see a good friend of ours, Ada Rodriguez, extraordinary comedian. She's actually headed to Boston right now.
Yes.
She was also hosting on The Breakfast Club.
Today and yesterday.
For the past couple of days. And she'll also be on Mastery of Comedy tomorrow. She is hilarious. She's a really good friend of mine. We went to go see her last night.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about that on About Last Night. It is Way Up with Angela Yee.
Last night. So, about last night. Last night. Here's how it went down.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and this is Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com. And we're doing About Last Night. This is where we talk about what we did last night. And what we did last night was we went to go see Ada Rodriguez, who is a stand-up comedian. She actually has a special that's out right now that you could watch, Fighting Words.
Yes.
That's really funny. And one of the things that she talked about was all of the people on Instagram, in particular women, who seem like they are living their best lives on vacation with their perfect friends all the time, on boats, drinking wine, eating grapes. And she's like, where do these people find all these friends at to go on vacations with? She's like, I only have a couple of friends.
Right.
And we do not look like that on vacation. And so I did a deep dive.
Oh, gosh.
What is wrong with this?
This deep dive.
I did a deep dive on psychcentral.com to see how many friends you should have. Because I was like, okay, how many close friends do I have?
Okay.
Now, Jasmine, how many close friends would you say you have?
First of all, I want to hear what your deep dive said.
Okay. Well, it says how many friends should I have? How many real friends a person has varies a lot, but in general, based on a 2021 survey, the average person in America has between 3 and 5 close friends.
I think that might be me. I think I have around that number.
Okay.
And also define what is your definition of friend? Because I have a lot of people I'm cool with.
Yeah, but you have associates, and people you're friendly with.
Yes.
But close friends, like if something major happens, you call them, you can confide in them, you trust them. You would go on vacation with them because you can't go on vacation with everybody.
Right. No. I have a good 5 people I would go on vacation with.
Yeah, and if you know that there's something going on in your life or you're stressed out, this is the person who I want to be around because I know
they can help. Yeah.
This is like it's like my family.
Right.
You know. Almost half of people, 49%, report having 3 or fewer close friends.
3 or fewer. Okay.
All right. Over 1/3, 36%, report having between 4 and 9 close friends. And 13% say they have 10 or more close friends. 12% say they have no close friends.
See, I think
there are some people who have no friends.
I don't know anyone that doesn't have any friends, but I do think the older you get, I think sometimes you have less friends because you have less time. You're working more. You're spending more time with your family. So it's kind of, the friendships. It's not that you don't have friends still, but it's just like you don't have as much time to share and spend with them, I think.
Well, funny you say that because according to this deep dive, 76% of young adults have a friend they've known since childhood versus 60% of seniors.
Okay.
And young women, 29% are slightly more likely than young men, which is 22%, to rely on friendships for support. Okay. And it also varies according to ethnicity, too.
Okay, so is there a breakdown with the ethnicity and the friends?
50% of Black Americans, 56% of Hispanic, and 49% of white Americans report they are very or completely satisfied with how many friends that they have.
Okay. How many friends do you have, Angela?
Close friends?
Yeah.
I probably got like 10.
That's a lot of close friends. That's good, though.
Yeah.
It works for you.
But I think part of it is I have friends from different parts of my life. Like I have friends from when I was growing up in Brooklyn.
Right.
Then I moved to Jersey when I was in high school. So I have my crew of friends from Jersey.
Right.
Who I still talk to all the time. Then I have friends from college.
But I also
who I talk to all the time. Then I have friends from work.
Yeah, but I also feel like you're still in the place you grew up, so it makes sense to me that you would still have these friendships.
Yeah, I still live in New York. I'm from New York.
You lived out somewhere else for a little bit, but this is really, you've been the most of your life. So it makes sense to me that you would have friends that are still from your childhood that you talk to and stuff.
And you know how you know somebody's really your friend? You could not speak to them.
Yeah, and you
all the time. I talked to my best friend Santi yesterday. We were on the phone for she had me up late. Finally, I was like, I gotta go. But she has, 3 kids. She lives in LA.
Yeah.
She used to live in Brooklyn, right? We used to actually live together for a long time in college and after college. And I could still, I could not talk to her for 2 months. But then when we talk, we tell each other everything. we pour it out, and then
my friend Chanel is like that. We don't have to talk for a few months, and then she'll come over and we'll just catch up on everything.
And I love that because I hate when people be like, "Hey, stranger, oh, so you don't know how to call no?" Like, relax.
I don't like that. That's annoying.
All right. Well, when we come back, we have, and that was about last night. When we come back, we have Tell Us a Secret. Now, this is a fan favorite, I think.
Yes.
And this is an in the room favorite also. That's when you guys, this is all about you. You get to call in. You get to remain anonymous. Our job is to not judge you.
Yes. Just listen.
And to not press you. And to be fascinated.
Yeah. To be entertained.
To be entertained by whatever your secret is. And remember, there is nothing that we're going to be like, oh my God, I can, unless you did something illegal and then we got to call it,
No, we just don't tell us anything like that. But
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just like fun secrets.
Yeah.
All right, 800-292-5150. It is Tell Us a Secret when we come back. Remember, it is no judgment, and we love to hear from you, and so does everybody listening.
Yes.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
The judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here.
You are so silly.
Oh, and it's time for Tell Us a Secret. That's when you guys call in anonymously.
Okay.
And give a secret. Now I have a question.
Okay.
And for some people, this is a secret. Do you have a Finsta?
Yes, I do have a Finsta.
A fake Instagram page?
I do have a fake Instagram page.
And why is that? I'm just curious.
Because I would like to stalk sometimes, and I don't want people to know it's me.
Like, what type of people do you stalk?
People that like, I'm being nosy. I don't want them to know I'm being nosy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's not no one in particular.
You think everybody has one? I wonder. Let me see if I could do a deep dive.
Angela, do you have a Finsta?
Into how many people have? Nope, I don't.
Oh, do you ever use any of your friends' Finstas?
I used to.
Okay.
And now that I know you have one, I can ask you, hey, can you look at this page for me?
Oh, now you can do that, Angela?
Yes, now I can do that.
Okay.
Let's see, how many people have fake Instagram pages?
I don't, honestly, I don't really use it.
They said about 1 in 10 Instagram accounts are Finsta accounts.
Well, the thing is, when I used to use my Insta, I wouldn't leave a comment or anything. Like, I feel like some people use it to like troll and like leave nasty comments.
Remember when people would do that and then change the account name over to somebody else and get caught because the whole time they were leaving nasty comments about a person, and then they changed it to say family member or something else page that's theirs, and they're like, oh, that person was using a fake page all along.
Yep.
And trolling people. All right, well, it's time for you guys to tell us a secret. 800-292-5150 is the number. We want to hear from you. Again, we are not going to judge you. And sometimes it just feels good to put things out into the atmosphere so that you can get it out there and get it off being a burden, get it off your back. All right, 800-292-5150. Hello, anonymous caller. Tell us a secret.
Hey, so my secret is I really don't want to be friends with this girl I just broke up with for we were dating for 2 years and we broke up, and she wants to remain friends, and I don't want to be friends with her because one, she wants to talk all the time, and it's kind of annoying because I don't have the time in the day to talk, and two is I just need my space. Like, we just broke up and I need my space. I just don't have the strength in me to deal with what I dealt with when we were dating, and I think I'm in that space. So that's kind of my secret. I just wanted to put that out there, let it out to someone.
Right.
So, who broke up with who?
I did. I broke up with her.
Right.
Okay.
And she's still hanging on, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say, no judgment, but you're not doing her any favors by continuing to talk to her all the time. It actually would be better for her in the long run when you do be like, all right, gotta go. Boundaries.
Well, that's the thing, though. I don't even talk to her like that. I think she'll get the hint because she'll hit me and I one word her. Like,
right.
I don't keep the communication going. Like, she'll hit me, how's your day? I'll respond, good.
One word
She's
answers.
keeping hope alive.
Yeah, she is. I'm still alive.
I'm still alive. Well, thank you for sharing.
No problem. Thank y'all for listening.
All right, bye.
All right, anonymous caller, tell us a secret.
So, me and my fiance have been together for a while, and we have outside kids, but he has 2 kids that are outside from me, and I kind of have weird feelings and vibes about them, and it's not necessarily the kids, it's more so the mothers. I don't like the mothers.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm with you. That's a difficult thing, though. When you have a blended family, you got to deal with,
all the pieces.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to accept it and be okay with it. Like I said, it's not the kids, because I love kids. Like, I have a background in early childhood. So I enjoy kids. That's not the problem. It's literally the mothers.
Right. I mean, I feel like, he should be the one really kind of handling that.
Right.
Which is what I feel too. But for him, he's more like, how he's dealt with it is he's kind of distanced himself from the mothers and the kids. And I'm like, I wasn't saying distance yourself from your kids because I don't want you to not have that relationship with your kids.
Right.
But his kids are at an age where he could just talk to them. He has to go through the mom to get to them.
Right. And he's going to have to face that, unfortunately, And I feel like things like this get better as time goes by. In best case scenarios.
That's what I'm hoping.
Or does she have a man? The baby mama that you don't like?
Well, okay. So one of them does. 2 of them do, and one doesn't.
How many baby mamas is it? 3?
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like 3. Okay. Okay. Well, listen, thank you for sharing. I know you're not alone in that.
At all, yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
I will say this, though. Don't let other outside people interfere with your relationship because sometimes that's people's intention.
Yep.
Oh, I know. It's one of his baby mamas is really messy. Like, he enjoys keeping drama going.
Right.
And I can't stand drama.
Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah,
either.
the worst thing that you could do to her is be happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Good
I
luck.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, that was Tell Us a Secret. We always appreciate you for calling in and trusting us with your secrets. 800-292-5150 is a number. And when we come back, Donald Glover is hiring. We'll tell you how you could get a job working with him. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Oh, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here.
Good morning, Angela.
And we're having a good time, by the way. And I love everybody's Tell Us a Secret.
Yes.
People have a lot that they want to say, and we're still taking your messages.
And they are juicy.
Very juicy.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a book.
Yeah.
But let's get into YT right now. If you want to work with Donald Glover, you can apply right now. He posted, my creative studio, Gilga, is looking for people. That's Gilga.
Okay.
And so you can go to Gilga.com if you want to apply. So right now there is an open call for applications in 9 different roles.
Okay.
And the positions are listed on the official site. And there's a video of Donald Glover describing the job search. And there's things like acquisitions and taste, conversational marketing, engineer, and there's job descriptions on there. So I'm just saying, y'all, you never know. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
I'm on their website now. It's pretty cool. Okay.
Also, speaking of taking shots, Michael Jordan, a pair of sneakers that he wore, the Air Jordan 13s, during the 1998 NBA Finals, sold for the highest price ever paid at auction for a pair of sneakers. You know how much that was?
How much?
$2.238 million.
Wow.
Over $2 million for a pair of sneakers. All right. So that's a historic sale right now. And so it was shocking, but people were not surprised. Experts predicted that the sale of those sneakers would bring in between $2 and $4 million. And this is perfect timing. The movie Air is out.
Right.
Starring Ben Affleck as Nike founder Phil Knight and Matt Damon. And that's been in theaters. So according to reports, Michael Jordan's original deal with Nike was worth around $2.5 million. 39 years later, a single pair of sneakers sold for nearly that amount already.
Can you describe the sneakers for the listeners?
They're the Air Jordan 13s. So they're black and red.
Black and red. Okay.
All right. Now, Sway Lee has explained how his penis went viral on social media. He posted a video by accident, and he was talking to Bootleg Kev, and here's what he said happened.
I just got a tattoo on my stomach. Boom. I was like in the bathroom just making a video like this. Boom. This is when the Instagram just changed. I accidentally hit it's a button where it don't even ask you, do you want to post this?
Yeah, I know.
It just goes to your story.
Right.
I accidentally hit that button. Boom. So boom, upload to my story. So I'm getting ready still, just trying to shower, put my clothes on. La 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 la. The online, circulating online. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
You check your phone. You're like, oh.
I'm just doing my normal activities, getting dressed.
No idea what's happening.
No idea what's going on in the world. So boom, everybody start hitting me. Sway. Your is online.
I like that when you're doing something that you don't expect, you're like, la, 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 la.
So boom. So boom, I'm actually looking at it right now.
La, 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 la.
I'm looking at this thing right now.
And?
It's cool. No, I mean...
Let me see.
It's cool.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah, that's an accident. Because I don't think you would have posted that on purpose.
No, he wouldn't have did that one.
All right, now Ariana Grande is talking about her concern, people being concerned about her weight.
Okay.
She went on TikTok to let people know that it's not okay to comment on other people's bodies, and we got to be a little more gentle. Okay, here's what she said.
Okay.
I just wanted to address your concerns about my body and talk a little bit about, I think we should be gentler and less comfortable commenting on people's bodies. I know personally for me, the body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly and at the lowest point of my life when I looked the way you consider my healthy.
And that's interesting because you cannot look at somebody and judge if they're healthy or not. Sometimes people look at someone and they're like, oh yeah, they look great, they look healthy. But you don't know if they're doing unhealthy things to their body. And a lot of times that pressure will make people do that. And then you also can't look at people. I feel like you'll look at someone and be like, oh, they're overweight, they must be unhealthy. That's not necessarily true either.
Yeah, that's not true because it doesn't reflect that. I have a friend that's bigger than me and he can kill me in every activity.
Sounds sexy. All right, now Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is moving to MTV.
Okay.
All right, so they're moving around some of these unscripted shows, and they're trying to find new audiences for these shows. They're all being produced by LaShawn Browning. Shout out to her. So the biggest move is Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Okay, it's going into its 11th season. You know that came out in 2012 on VH1.
Wow.
Yeah, so I didn't even realize it's been that long. So that should be interesting to see that now on MTV. Because we're so used to Love and Hip Hop being on VH1.
Right.
But I guess it's all Viacom. And so they're doing this whole Tuesday night takeover for MTV. And they said that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop Miami helped the network help VH1 to its highest Monday primetime in over 2 years.
Miami? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, who knew?
Which city is your favorite?
Of course, I would say where it started in
New York.
But Atlanta kind of surpassed it. Okay. And then Hollywood, I think it just depends. Every season's been like a little different depending on who's on there.
Yeah.
And then some people move from place to place. Like how you ended up.
Yandy was in New York, and then I think she went to Atlanta.
Right?
Okay.
All right. Well, get ready for Under the Radar. That was your Yeetie. When we come back, we'll talk about these stories that are under the radar. And we do want to talk about the two people who survived the Mexican cartel and what they had to say about their experience on Under the Radar. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
News. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
Oh my goodness, this one's a hard one today. It's Under the Radar. I'm Angela Yee. It's Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com.
Hey,
This is Way Up with Angela Yee, and this is the story about the 4 Americans who were attacked and kidnapped by a drug cartel in Mexico. 2 of them survived, and they recently did an interview with Anderson Cooper on CNN.
Right.
And that interview actually aired yesterday. And the 2 survivors, and that is Latavia Washington McGee and Eric Williams, shared what happened with them as they were attacked. The attack came in broad daylight. Armed men ambushed them. There was video that circulated of them actually getting kidnapped.
Right.
Now, investigators believe that they were likely mistaken for Haitian drug smugglers. That's what a U.S. official familiar with the investigation had previously told CNN. They said they were driving when they heard a car horn behind them. And the 2 other people who unfortunately did not survive, Shaid Woodard and Zindell Brown, they jumped up to run and they were gunned down because the shooting started. As someone started to beat on the car window with a gun, that's when Williams said he jumped out of the driver's side. He said he was shot on both legs. And then Washington McGee was forced onto the bed of a pickup truck at gunpoint, and the others were carried onto it. That was all captured on video and shared by authorities after the kidnapping. And so, unfortunately, Woodward did not make it.
Right.
And they were driven to another spot. That's where they were interrogated. Really tragic situation. You got to see your friends and family members die.
Yeah.
Next to you. And so here is what they had to say. The 2 survivors, Washington McGee and Eric Williams, had to say about the next location that they were taken to where Williams was getting stitched up.
You finally arrived at this destination. What was it?
It was a house with a lot of Mexicans outside with guns.
Putting on Diablo mask, was putting the guns to our head, telling us not to look up.
Had you gotten any kind of medical treatment?
The cartel took us to a clinic. They put my leg on a 2x4, and then they stitched it up.
At one point, they were also blindfolded and taken to a truck, and they said their friends' bodies were then placed on top of him, on top of Williams to keep him hidden. They were driven around all night. They heard the sound of guns being cocked. They had police scanners. They had all types of things in the truck, so they knew what was going on. They were a step ahead, so they said they're never going to find us. They felt like they were never going to get found. They thought that it was just over. Right. And here's what else they said happened.
They tried to make us have sex with each other, but
told them we was brothers and sisters.
Brother and sister, and that she was pregnant.
I don't know, they had me blindfold covered up. They took me a little piece. We switched vehicles. They put us in another vehicle, and then they covered me up, and we rode a little bit, and then I just know they backed in somewhere, took me out, and took me in a room, and I saw him and some more people.
There were other people?
Yeah.
Who were the other
12
people?
Other people who was captive.
Kidnapped.
This is crazy. There's a part of it where Washington McGee says he recalled the man saying to them, she recalled the man saying that there's nothing we can do to bring your two brothers back, but we're sorry. Somebody made the wrong call.
Yeah, we actually had that.
I think we was going to never be found because they had police scanners and all types of stuff in their truck.
So they were listening to police, so
yeah,
they knew.
They knew what was going on. They always was a step ahead. So I was like, they're never going to find us like this. A guy came in Saturday night. And he was like, can y'all get up? Can I talk to y'all? He was like, there's nothing that we can do to bring your two brothers back. We're sorry. Somebody made the wrong call. They was high and drunk. And I'm from America too. I'm fighting with my boss for him to give y'all up. He's like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but we're going to try to get y'all back home to y'all family.
Ooh.
It's like watching a movie.
No, it's so sad. Imagine the trauma you go through. They did issue an apology letter. The Gulf Cartel, they believe that's the cartel responsible for the kidnappings, and they cannot confirm the authenticity of photos, but they have asked Mexican and U.S. authorities for comment, and they believe the letter is authentic, all right? At least 6 people have been arrested in Mexico so far, according to Mexican officials.
Sounds like a nightmare.
And that was your Under the Radar. Now, we do have the Way Up mix coming at the top of the hour, plus Brooklyn's own Joey Badass is going to be joining us. You know, we love him as Unique on Raising Kanan, and then he has new music out right now. He's doing his R&B thing.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about all of that. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T.
Way up.
All right, what's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here.
Yes.
I'm trying to see if I still have my verification on Twitter.
Oh, I know people are getting their verification snatched, right?
Yeah, because I see Doja Cat's is gone. Okay, Mine is still there. She did have a whole thing on Twitter, though, with Elon Musk, remember?
Yeah, they were beefing. Or she was beefing with him.
All right, well, she posted, only fans have blue ticks. Somebody told her no blue tick is over. And she said having a blue tick now means there's a higher chance that you're a complete loser and that you're desperate for validation from famous people.
She's a entertaining person.
Okay, I mean, listen, they haven't taken mine away, but they're saying that in order to maintain a blue check, you have to pay for Twitter Blue, and that costs $8 a month or $84 per year. So that's what it would cost you. I guess it's a discount.
Okay, are you going to do it?
For the year? No, but they haven't taken mine away yet.
Okay, maybe they'll keep yours.
Now, Elon Musk has also said that he's cut about 80% of Twitter staff, too, by the way. He laid off more than 6,000 people since taking over the company. That's what he told the BBC in an interview yesterday. He said the social media platform now only has 1,500 employees, down from under 8,000 who were employed at the time of his acquisition. And so he said it's not fun at all and sometimes can be painful. And he said this is not a caring or uncaring situation. It's like if the whole ship sinks, then nobody's got a job.
Okay. He's cleaning house.
Yeah. All right, now SZA has added some more North American tour days. I mean, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Because everybody wanted to go and see that tour, so she wrapped that up. And, I mean, she did amazing with her tour. I went to go see it. Actually, I took my friend's kids, and they were so excited. And they got a picture with SZA afterwards, so they were so hyped for that. So shout out to SZA. For adding these dates on. And so they start June 1st. She's actually going to be in Europe, but then she's coming back to the United States, and that starts September 20th in Miami.
Okay.
Oh, she's going to be at the Barclays in Brooklyn?
Twice.
Okay, we might gotta go back.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about the world's most valuable luxury brand. Number 2 on the list now is Hermes. You know, everybody be getting them Birkin bags.
Yes.
Well, that brand is worth $218 billion. That's a lot.
That's a whole lot of money.
And that's behind LVMH, Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy. So that luxury brand reached a historic milestone this week, according to Bloomberg. So, yes, so everybody, they're saying the surge in the Hermes market value has been bolstered by China's post-pandemic recovery that has revitalized demand for luxury designer items. I do not own a Birkin bag.
You know I was about to ask you that, Angela.
Yeah, I just want to put that out there before you ask me. No, I do not.
Okay.
All right, now a former member of the Pussycat Dolls says that she was forced to terminate a pregnancy in order to remain a part of the group. Kaya Jones was on Tucker Carlson today, and here's what she had to say.
It's no coincidence that very few of the women have children. Now, Carmit, she's had a daughter, Jessica's had a child, and I believe Kimberly's now a mom. But majority of the women do not have children. I mean, that's the pressures and, the forcing abortions and, you need, when you're fired if you're pregnant, you're fired.
Can they do that?
They can do that.
So you felt pressure to get an abortion?
I was told to get rid of it.
By whom?
The powers that be.
How old were you?
19.
Wow.
That is very heavy.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so yeah, she talked about a lot of different things. And she pointed out that the majority of former group members do not have children, and she alluded that they too may have been subject to those pressures as well. None of the other women have spoken publicly about allegedly being forced to have abortions while in the Pussycat Dolls.
Okay.
All right, now that is your Yee tea.
All right.
And when we come back, we're going to be talking to Dr. Shonda Love.
Okay.
It is a Wealth Wednesday.
Yes.
I keep telling you, and I care so much about this, that taxes are due soon.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to make sure that you stay on top of that. Make sure you get your taxes done if you haven't. And if you don't have your taxes ready, you got to make sure that you actually file for an extension. So I just want to keep on reiterating.
Yes.
Y'all, make sure you get that done. Make sure you do your taxes. And Dr. Shonda Love is the founder of the Association of Black Tax Professionals. And so she wants to make sure that people not just do their taxes, but understand them.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Because the last thing that you want is to get in trouble for something because you yourself did not.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Yeah, actually know what was going on. So
Right.
she's going to be joining us, Dr. Shonda Love, and you can actually find her at blacktaxprofessionals.com and on social media at Black Tax Pro. So we're going to keep on, just ingraining this into you. Make sure you do your taxes. Make sure you do your taxes. You ready, Jasmine?
I'm ready, Angela.
All right. Well, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. When we come back, we have Wealth Wednesday with Dr. Shonda Love.
And I don't mind sharing my wealth, dog.
Getting you straight financially, mentally, and physically. This is Wealth Wednesday on Way Up with Angela Yee.
All right, it is Way Up with Angela Yee, and I'm here with my partner, Stacey Tisdale, my partner in Wealth Wednesdays.
And we are trying to keep your blood pressure from going way up this tax season.
Ooh, I'm already nervous just thinking about it. My heart's beating fast. Dr. Shonda Love is here. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And let's talk about what it is that you do, because you started your own organization to help keep our blood pressure from going up.
Yes, we established this back in 2019. And so I established this organization with not only taxpayers in mind, but tax and accounting professions as well. The tax industry is ever changing. There's new tax laws, tax credits, tax deductions that at times it could be overwhelming just for us.
Right.
And so with the organization, we provide so much. We provide training, resources, mentorship, coaching opportunities, as well as I'll be hosting our conference this year in Dallas, Texas. And so also too, tax professionals can receive their CE accreditation when they attend my conferences as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, definitely. So she helps you with your taxes and also helps you become a tax professional. And we'll get into all of that. And we're talking about blacktaxprofessionals.com. But back to our blood pressure.
No, because you said that because I was like, I want to learn how to, I like to get.
She learns everything.
I do.
She
everything
does
that
everything.
I need to do in life, I like to know how to do it myself. So I'm in the middle of getting my real estate license.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then I said the next thing I want to learn how to do is
Taxes, yes.
And blacktaxprofessionals.com, you do also have, because sometimes we want to know, how do I find the right person who's going to help me with my taxes or prepare my taxes, where do I get a good referral from? So you also provide that?
Yes, I thought you would never ask.
Okay.
So July 2021, I launched the first national Black Tax online directory. People wanted to do business with people they not only resemble, but share some of the exact same experiences. So on this directory, it's nationwide. So we have tax and accounting professionals, tax attorneys that's across the U.S. footprint that's actually signed up on my directory. We started off with only 50, and now we're over 500 in less than 2 years.
Wow.
So people go on to blacktaxprofessionals.com. They find someone through your directory, and I know you have 40 ambassadors, but you have hundreds of people all over the country that they can get their services from.
Absolutely. And the great thing about it is that they can connect with someone that lives in Arkansas and they reside in Texas, because everything is remote. There's mobile app, user friendly, so now you can file taxes from the comfort of your home.
What are some of the most common mistakes that you see people make when they file their taxes?
First and foremost, they be in a rush to get their taxes done, and they have not received all of their tax documents. So then what ends up happening is that, case in point, if they actually borrowed from their 401k, and they're supposed to file that with their tax return, but they may get in the mail and be like, oh, okay, and just chunk it. So what ends up happening, they filed their tax return without it, and then the IRS will release a refund, but then the IRS then go and place that information on their tax return, which causes them to owe.
Ooh.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and we talked about that. That would imply filing for an extension. There's a little bit of a stigma around people saying they have to file an extension.
I feel like I do that every year.
Tell us about that, and that there's nothing wrong with filing an extension.
Absolutely not. So you can file an extension, which gives you an extra 6 months to file your tax return, your business tax return, preferably. And that's if your business structure is a sole proprietorship or a single member LLC. However, if your business structure is a corporation, a partnership, or a multi-member LLC, then the deadline is September the 15th.
Okay.
But when you file an extension, that doesn't mean that you don't have to pay.
That is correct. When you file an extension, is the filing extension for time for you to file your tax return, not for what any tax debt that you owe. That is correct. So if you owe, then what ends up happening when you file your tax return, you can incur penalties and interest.
When I hear that, I get scared. I'm like, how am I well, isn't that the point of filing an extension, because my taxes aren't ready? But you're saying the IRS does all that for you, and you were saying the IRS portal is really the greatest thing that they've ever done.
The best thing since sliced bread. So they rolled out a portal called ID.me. So it allows you to set up your account, and you have access to your prior tax returns.
I use it.
You use it? Yeah, your transcripts. If you owe any debt, it shows you for which year you owe the debt. You can also set up payment arrangements as well.
ID.me. This is complicated stuff. The first thing I said is today it's literally T-6. I said, what would you tell someone right now who's flipping out about your taxes? And you said, first and foremost, do not go it alone. And that's why we love blacktaxprofessionals.com. And you were saying you have some people out there who start for as little as $125 to help people do their taxes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I love it. And once again, where can people find you on social media or online as well?
Okay. They can find me on Instagram at Black Tax Pro, as well as on Facebook at I am Shonda B. Love. And right now, our online directory is blacktaxprofessionals.com. And if you're interested in attending our tax conference, it's at abtpnationaltaxconference.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Shonda Love. Make sure you guys follow her. Make sure you go to blacktaxprofessionals.com. Again, that is your Wealth Wednesdays. And most importantly, make sure you handle your taxes. Don't avoid them. We do have Joey Badass coming up, but we also want to talk about a story that really touched me deeply, because this is something that I did at a young age, and that is stole my parents' car. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Turn it up. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
All right, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here.
Yes.
And Joey Badass is here.
In the building. Thanks for having me. How you doing, Angela?
He is the definition of way up. I mean, think about it. When you first put out your mixtape, you were in high school still.
I was way down.
Yeah. but you was lit in high school, to be fair.
This is true.
What was that experience like, just being in high school, but being like a celebrity at such a young age?
It was something I was having a hard time adjusting to, because I had put out my first mixtape in the end of my junior year, going into senior year. I went on tour that summer for the first time with like Juicy J, which was a whole thing in itself, right? Like imagine
in high school going on tour with Juicy J.
And that's when he had bands and make good dance.
Oh,
so
wow.
I seen a lot of things that I feel like maybe I shouldn't have seen at that point. But we here now.
Right.
But when I went back to school that year, it was weird. I'd be sitting in class and like the freshmen are like taking pictures of me from outside the class. And people being starstruck in the hallway. So I came home one day. I was like, it's done with. It's over. You gotta, take me out of this, put me in online school.
And she did. All right. And you could never have anticipated, though, back then, like being a junior going into your senior year, putting out a mixtape, just where this would really take you in life.
Well, I always had a plan. I'll say that for sure because, in high school, I was a theater student initially for like the first 2 years until I got like kicked out for poor attendance. But I always wanted to make music my whole life. But when it was coming to that point of going to high school and even thinking about college, I'm like, okay, I gotta like choose that specialized learning that's going to help me advance throughout life. And at that point, there wasn't any programs to be a rapper.
Right.
Or like, to make hip hop music. So I picked the next thing, which was acting. But what I learned quickly was how hard it was to make it as an actor, especially coming up in New York City. So I quickly decided, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just stick with my musical dreams because I feel like I really got a real chance, and in the future I'll leverage my music career to get back into acting.
You think that music is easier than to get into?
Well, I thought for me.
Okay.
I thought for me personally, because music was something that I was doing my whole life, and I knew that I had a real talent for it, where acting was something that was new. Like, even my class consisted of it was 2 other black kids, right? And these kids been doing it since they was in like elementary school. Like this is like my third day out here. I'm trying to catch up. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just stay in my lane and I'll double back, when the time is right.
We are talking to my guy, Joey Badass. You had a question, Jasmine?
When you started acting, were you concerned about people being hesitant because you're a musician, you're a rapper? Do you think people are going to not take you seriously?
Oh, no, not at all. I actually thought that would help me. That's how I looked at it. Like, I could have some leverage. So when these people was like casting a role, they're like, okay, this is somebody who can bring viewers. My only like real hesitation when it came to acting in film was early. I wanted to make sure that I could never be like pigeonholed into a stereotypical type of role.
Okay.
So I avoided a lot of roles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, in the beginning, because I wanted to show people that I could really act. I didn't want to be like a drug dealer or a street cat or anything like crackhead or anything like that in the beginning. Can I curse?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Let's not get all crazy.
I didn't want to be boxed in at the beginning, and then that would just kind of put me in a box for my whole acting career. So I took like different roles, like Mr. Robot or Boomerang. Then the Wu-Tang started. Wu-Tang was even something I hesitated on. If I didn't have such a good relationship with the RZA himself, I would have never took that role.
Really?
Yeah, because it was too close to what I do in real life.
Well, we do love you as Nick, though. I just gotta say, and I know
it's
that
so
might have been early on. If that was like your first role, that
was like when I took on Nick. I feel like it was perfect time.
Okay, yeah.
Like, it's crazy because the month before the audition came in, I literally wrote up this plan, this manifestation plan. I'm like, okay, I want to land the role. I don't know exactly what it looked like, but I was like, I'm ready to shift into, like, I don't know if it's action or it's street, whatever it is. God, I want this thing.
Okay.
And then the next month, the unique offer came in, and it was like, this.
Wow. And by the way, it just shows you how much girls like that type of role. Like, we like the bad guy.
So typical for us.
Yeah, so typical. It's a shame. We're like, come on, leave him alone.
But he is doing wrong.
That's another thing that I really like about you, is that even though you are still young, you pay a lot of homage to people that came before you in hip hop. And we don't see that all the time. And it just shows me, what was your household like growing up listening to music?
Oh, it was very musically diverse. Like, I used to see Ready to Die CD. I see Lauryn Hill. I see Macy Gray. I see India.Arie.
Okay.
I see Bob Marley, Yellow Man, Sizzler. You know what I'm saying? Prince.
Yeah. this is some Brooklyn stuff right here.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You know, like my mom's side was St. Lucian, my dad's side was Jamaican, and then, you know, we grew up in Brooklyn. So it was just a melting pot of all these different flavors of music.
Who's your first concert that you went to?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it had to have been Scream Tour.
Oh.
B2K.
I love it.
Marion.
I love it.
I love it.
He like, I was so hurt when B2K broke up.
Damn, you exposing me right now, Dad. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of cougars on my body right now. I say like that.
That's hilarious.
Even look, you definitely did a little something with us when you put Soraya in the video, and everybody was like, "Oh my God!" First, the pictures came out,
Right.
and I saw that you said that you're single and you
Right.
guys are friends, but it did send everybody in a frenzy.
It was great.
I'm not gonna lie.
It was a great way to manipulate the media.
Was that purposeful?
It was purposeful for sure. I mean, not initially. That wasn't the idea. Like, you know, when we shot the video at first, but when it came to, you know, the team getting together, like, okay, how are we gonna roll this out? I was like, bet.
Were you guys hesitant at all with the idea of let's make people think maybe this is something? Or you were like, cool.
And maybe it is something we don't know.
It wasn't no hesitation, you know, because all parties involved knew what was going on and knew what the plan was. We was all on the same page, so you know.
It's kind of nice to do that. I did that when I made my announcement.
It was more excitement. It was like, what's going to happen?
It was
like,
good.
what people going to think? People have never seen me in that space. Neither.
Right.
They've never seen me like juxtapose to somebody. Yeah, you know.
We're like, damn, he in love. I was like, he was just on Breakfast Club talking about having 2 wives. And
what happened? She done turned him out.
You mean lip service?
I mean, lip service, yeah. He was just on lip service talking about 2 wives. And like, here he is. And then I started thinking,
a lot could change in a year, Angela.
And I was going to say that too, because listening to the music, I was like, it sounds like he want to be with one woman now.
That's what it sounds like to you? That's what it sounds like?
What she hears, is that accurate? Do you want to just be with one now? Or are you still on this
it's like,
train
you know,
track?
Sound and music is so subjective. Like, you can get this from it. She could get that from it. I say whatever you get from it. Like, take it as that's what it is.
All right, Joey Badass is here with us, actor, rapper, R&B singer. Well, no, not necessarily, but we got more with him when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. And this guy, like I said, is the absolute epitome of Way Up. Joey Badass is here. When I listen to your lyrics, I'm like, well, clearly he wrote this himself. And this is a reflection of how he really feels in real life.
Right.
Like when you hear a song like Falling, I'm like, somebody done got him.
So I'll reveal it for the first time here. I actually made that song in 2018.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It's just that, like, I never felt confident enough or aligned enough to put that out where people would accept it from me. You know what I'm saying? But like, I've really been experimenting with my music for years, for a long time, and I feel like now I'm at a new intersection, or just at a new era where, one, my confidence is up, and two, the alignment for a lot of these records is like right on time. You know what I'm saying? With just female engagement.
Right.
You know what I mean? With Joey in the last couple of years. I'm like, okay, you know what?
You've been laying around with your shirt off. Yeah.
Well, that was a first time thing. If you pay attention, I've never done that. I've never done that before this video. That was strategic, and I'm not taking my shirt off for nobody unless, you know, it costs, because I'm definitely not one of these.
It pays to take your top off.
Yeah.
It pays to take the top off for sure. And, you know, that was something I did to just signify this new era, but that's not something I'll be doing. I'm definitely not one of them who's shirtless with the suit jacket on. Like, nah, that, you know what I'm saying? Nah. I mean, it was me in the past.
Right.
But it ain't me no more.
What's the craziest thing that you've experienced with a fan?
Well, fans say the darndest things sometimes.
Darndest?
You remember that show growing up?
Yeah, kids say the darndest things.
That's
Yeah.
how I be looking at fans sometimes. I mean, I don't know, like, what's the craziest thing? Many crazy things have happened.
Okay.
Like, from, you know, fans just wandering into my dressing room acting like they're working for the venue.
Sweeping up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Different type of stuff.
With heels on and a dress.
That time there was actually a guy.
Oh,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying? Like, who you with, bro? He's like, I'm you know,
Got the stuttering.
yeah, it's always something new. It's always something new every time I go out.
We are talking to my guy, Joey Badass. So you are doing an R&B album, right? Is it an R?
So I wouldn't call it an R&B album. I'd say it's like R&B influence and inspired. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely something I describe more as like, here's a body of work where I'm opening up about my relationships with women, you know, my dating experiences and my love life.
Okay.
You know?
People want to hear that too, because
Yeah,
I feel like for so long, that's why when you did lip service, I was like, is he really going to do that?
Right.
And you definitely came on there and brought the heat. And what about your family? Now, how do they feel? Because I know, like, you know, like you said, from a young age, growing up, listening to music in the house, your mom having to take you out of school. What does she think now about everything?
She's proud.
She's like, I did a good job.
Yeah, you know, she's happy. She's stable. You know what I'm saying? Me and my mom, houses is like 10 minutes from each other too.
Oh, nice.
You know, I got my baby sister and my daughter. They're like the same. They're the same age.
Okay.
So you know, they go to the same school.
Well, that's crazy. Your baby sister and your daughter are the same age. So that's her aunt.
Yeah, but my daughter's actually 5 months older.
So is that your dad's daughter or your mom's daughter?
My mom's daughter.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we love to see it. Well, thank you so much for coming through. Do we have a date for the album or
No date.
No date.
as
Okay.
of right now, but we are planning the next single right now. So
Okay.
in the meantime, enjoy Falling. Can we get into it?
Yeah.
Can we play
do
Falling
that?
right
Yes,
now?
we absolutely can. Please.
This is Joey Badass with Angela Yee, and here's my new single, Falling.
Coming down, I feel I'm coming down. This feels like summer love. I need you to love me now. Want you to love me now. Coming down, I feel I'm coming down. This feels like summer love. I need you to love me now. Want you to love me now. Falling for you, I'm all in for you. I'm calling. I'm falling for you, falling for you. I'm all in for you. I'm calling for you. I'm falling for you. They say all is fear, love, and war, and I ain't afraid to risk it all. Don't forget if I trip and fall, barely do I miss you call. Safe to say you got me open, miss me, girl, I miss you more. Soon as you walk through my door, I need your panties on the floor. I swear that you ain't got a flaw. It was love at the first time you let me hit it off. If I shine, then we both shine, but let you shine more. Go above, beyond for my mom, Shetty, me and more. Who you was with before, cause you look better next to me, respectfully. Any nigga tryna get to you, he gotta check with me. Girl, that's just the principle, don't try to call that jealousy. I'm tryna start a legacy, add you to my pedigree. Can't you see I'm falling with you?
All right. I love that song. And listen, we love the video even more. Right, ladies? Okay. You like it, Jasmine?
Love it.
All right, we do have Ask Ye when we come back. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up if you have any questions. Again, we are here to help. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Everybody whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
You should know.
This is Ask Ye.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here. And we're doing what we love to do, which is get all in your business and give you some advice. All right, 800-292-5150 is the number. Hello, we have an anonymous caller. What's your question?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hi.
Hi, what is your question, honey?
My best friend does makeup, and me personally, I don't like it. Ooh. And my birthday is coming up, and I know that she's gonna want to do it, and I don't know how to say no without hurting her feelings.
Okay, well, maybe what you need to do is tell her, look, it's my birthday, we partying, I don't even want you to have to work.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good, listen, you should not have to work. So I got us both makeup.
Why she gotta pay for
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, like, why she gotta pay for extra person?
And, just go and get it done yourself, or be like, or maybe you can say, hey, someone gifted me.
Yeah.
This to get my makeup done, a spa day or whatever, and it just come with it done already.
What don't you like about how she does makeup?
It's I don't even know how to explain it. I think it's too much. I'm more of a natural girl.
Mm-hmm.
I like a natural type look, but hers is kind of more cakey.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Can you show her like what you like? Can you show her what you like and be like, can you do it like this? I just want to go like supernatural. Have you ever told her?
No, I just don't like it.
She don't want her to do her makeup.
Yeah, she just don't want her to do it. But and I know she's gonna in the future when they do it. You should show her what you like so that she knows how you want to do it. But if I were you, I would show up with my makeup done already for whatever it is that we have to do, and just be like, "Girl, it's my. I did not want you to have to work."
Okay,
Yeah,
that
don't even bring
makes
it
more
up.
sense. I had to figure out a way because
Yeah, show up,
I don't
makeup
want
ready.
anybody's
Right.
feelings.
That's a good question, though.
Yeah. But at some point, you're going to have to be like, I kind of like it like this. And you know what else you can do? If you know how to do your own makeup, just figure out how to fix it. Or tell her, like, I just want to do something really light because my skin has been acting up. So if we can just keep it real light.
She don't want her to do her makeup.
I don't want it heavy.
She don't want it.
At some point later on down the line, though. Maybe not for her birthday,
Right.
but, she's going to try to do your makeup at some point. And I think as a friend, you want her to get better, too.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, Ange.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that is true.
you should be able to be honest.
She's been doing it for a while, but you know that people have their different techniques and styles. It's just that type that I'm just not a fan of.
And she's going to have to learn how to be more versatile because other people are going to want a more natural look too. And so I think that maybe not for your birthday, but later, it would be worth it for you to be like, I really need a light beat. My skin, this and that, and that's how I like it. And I know a lot of people like that too. So maybe we should try to switch it up and try this. Just because you want her to be able to have that in her arsenal of things that she could do. That's your friend.
Yeah.
Right.
And any makeup artist will tell you, like, if it's something you don't like, just tell me and I can fix it. So.
Well, yeah, some get offended.
Yeah, some do get offended. She'll be fine. Good luck.
But yes, good luck. But for your birthday in particular, you gotta look good for them pictures. We do not want you to have a bad day. It's about you.
No, ma'am.
All right.
Okay. Thank y'all.
Thank you for sharing.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, well, that was Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. And remember, y'all can leave that as a message, too. And we will get to you on Way Up with Angela Yee. And when we come back, speaking of messages, we're going to hear your last words. That's where you guys call, leave messages in case you couldn't get through during the show. You have something you want to weigh in on. And even outside of the show, you can still call us. We're going to get your message, 800-292-5150. Last word when we come back on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Hey, yes. What day is today?
It's Wednesday.
Yeah. So that means we made it halfway through the week.
We did.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand. That's the little voice you hear.
That's the little voice you hear.
We love it. And tomorrow's your favorite day, Thursday.
Thursday. It's Friday Eve tomorrow, so I'm super excited about Thursday.
All right. Well, thank you to everybody who stopped by today. Of course, we had Dr. Shonda Love talking about your taxes. I keep on reminding y'all taxes are due next week.
Yeah.
And then depending
corner.
on where you are, in some places, see if there is an automatic extension. But again, handle your finances, guys. Also, Joey Badass joined us today.
I like that new song.
Yes, you do, huh?
Yeah.
Fallen.
I like it.
And the new video.
Video's fire.
He's switching it up a little, and he did give us an exclusive. He actually had that song since 2018.
Yeah, it's been 5 years.
Yeah, that he's been holding that like someday.
Sound like it came out yet. I mean, he just came up with it like a few weeks ago.
All right, so I'm glad that he finally felt confident enough to put the song out.
Right.
And of course, thank you guys for joining us today, for telling us your secrets, for sharing with us on Ask Yee, for listening to Yee T and being entertained. And we got a lot more coming up this week that we're excited for. You know, Blue has an album coming up. So he's coming up here this week.
Okay.
Friday's coming here. You know him from God Did.
Yes.
And he's Philly's own. We got a lot happening. Who else is coming? Oh, Daniel Caesar. Yes, Daniel Caesar. I love, and he, by the way, gave me some chocolates I've been eating every day. But now it's time for you guys to have the last word on Way Up.
Yes, I'd like to shine a light on all the single mothers doing it day in and day out, holding the fort down. And I just want to shine a light on all of them.
Hey, good morning, Ange. I want to shine a light on Shayla Hubbard, my fiance. Been together for 20-something years, and she never turned her back on me, no matter what I went through. I just want to tell her that I love her and keep doing what she's been doing.
Hey, Angela, this is Tayana. I just want to shine a light on myself because, honey, I've been doing a damn good job. Like, I've been single momming it, kind of, sort of, but with a still. But it's just like I've been doing everything else, and I still been keeping my composure. I ain't lost no weight. I still got all my hair, and I'm just living. Thank you.
Hi, yes, I'm calling in because I had a client. We were friendly. I wouldn't say we were friends, but she had a guy that was coming home from prison, and he came home in July. And when he came home, she started posting his pictures and everything of her and him on her social media. And I saw it, and I took the picture, and I shared it to my page because I know she was happy to have him come home and everything. So I shared it. He commented back. And so from there, the conversation just went on. He asked me how I was doing. So I was like, well, this is an open invitation. So that same month he came home, we started sleeping together, and we're still sleeping together now till this day. And actually, they are getting married, and I'm also married. So the moral to the story is we're not going to stop seeing each other.
Girl.
Oh my goodness.
But listen, we do appreciate you, like we said.
No
sharing
judgment. Yeah.
And sharing your secrets with us. And by the way, 800-292-5150 is the number. You can always call and leave a message. And we're going to listen to it, just like we sat here and listened to all of these.
Yes.
We love to hear from y'all, and we like that you guys can call up and share with us.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like we all need that.
Yeah, it makes me feel entertained.
Yeah, we were talking about friendships today, and sometimes you can't even tell your friends certain things.
Got to call up
you're
to the
scared
station
that they might judge you. Well, we won't.
Right.
Until the music comes on, and we're like, girl, what is wrong with it? All right. All right, well, thank y'all, and we will see you tomorrow on Jasmine's favorite day, Thursday, and Ida's going to be here for Mastery of Comedy tomorrow. Thank you, guys.
You tapped in and way up with Angela Yee.